Friends, welcome to Data Pandit. Today we are going to talk about how we can take the backup of RDS database instance and do the S3 bucket, and we can store that. We can download that S3 bucket backup, and we can import that backup into a local database. So basically, it is the from cloud to the local database or cloud to the on-premises on-premise movement actually. So for that, we are going to go ahead and see the hands-on steps for that operation. So before doing that, what we are going to see is the use cases. So what use cases it can be applied is in many organizations they want the database restored from RDS database instance, AWS RDS database instance to the local or any on-premises database infrastructure. Okay, so let's say we have running our SQL Server database engine in our on-premises or any other cloud, and they want to move that database from AWS RDS database to the local or to the on-premise database. So what we are going to do is we may need these operations, right? And then there could be a AWS cloud database which is up and running, and we want to move that database to anywhere else, right? Probably in the different AWS account or maybe other region probably. So because we can store any backup into the S3, right? S3 is going to be very cheap, and it is going to be very easy to access across the AWS environment, right? And we can easily give access to the S3, S3 bucket. And the storage is going to be very cheap, right? So depending upon the storage classes you are going to choose, right? So if you are taking the deep archive, this is going to be very easy. So in that purpose, I mean, many times we would need that kind of scenario. What we can do is for a database instance, RDS database instance is up and running, we can take the backup in S3, and then we can use anywhere, right? The backup. So let's go ahead and see the steps. So these are the steps, creating the database instance, creating the database, S3 bucket, then SSMS, and the option group, and executing the script is going to be different. So what I recommend is I have created the another video before this. So in that, what I have done is I have configured everything from step number 1 to 4, yes, and the same options are going to be there. So same infrastructure is going to be there, same database instance, same S3 bucket, and SSMS, and options group and all. So you may visit that. So there I have explained is how we can move the local database to the RDS database instance. Now we are going to reverse operation from the cloud to the local. Okay. So from the local to the cloud video session, the video link I'm going to place in this video's description section. You can visit that so that you can complete the step number 1 to 4 easily. And then on top of that, we are going to execute some script, some stored procedure. Okay, that will take the backup from the RDS database instance, which is up and running to the S3 bucket, and from there we can download that backup and we can restore that backup into our local database. Okay, so these simple steps we are going to do. So let's hook up to the RDS AWS management console. So in the services section, if you click on RDS, this is going to come as part of a database domain. So you click on database domain, and then click on RDS as a service. So go to the database instances. So my database instance is up and running. So everything is available. Status is available, and public accessibility is yes, and everything is okay. And my security group rules are all fine, right? So my connectivity to this database instance from the local database, from the local SQL Server and Studio is okay, right? I have a bucket, so currently this bucket is empty. So what we are going to do is let's go and hook up to the SSMS. Okay. So in SSMS, this is my local database, and let's see how many databases are there. So so I'm going to delete this database. Okay, let me go ahead and delete this. So I have deleted the database. Okay, and this is my. If you see the connectivity, so this is the endpoint of this database instance. Then this is the username and password, and we are going to authenticate with SQL Server authentication, and then connect, right? So this is the same basically same database server, and let's see. So as part of that video session, I have uploaded this database as part of that data movement. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do the new query. So what? Let's go to the steps. So what we have done is first two, three, four steps is going to be same as part of previous video session, and this steps we are going to do execute the backup store procedure, right? So I have the store procedure. So there are three things we need to do. We need to enable the backup compression. Let's see if it can be done. Execute this operation. So yeah, this backup. So what is going to happen is the if we can compress the backup, right? So the storage requirement is going to be very kind of low in that scenario, right? And then what we are going to do is we are going to run it. So this is the as that I was explaining earlier. So in MSDB database, right, the system database, if you click on MSDB database as part of MSDB database, this is going to be a store procedure of that preview schema. Okay, and this is going to be accept three parameters: source DB name and ARN, no Amazon resource name, and overwrite S3 backup file 1 or 0, right? So in that, this is the my bucket name. So let me see if the bucket name is same. Yeah, RDS data movement. If it is not, then you can copy and paste over here to the column and RDS data movement, and then you need to name the backup. So let me take the name like this: simple RDS backup. So today's date 707092021 .bak. Okay, so this is going to be my file name. So let's click on execution. So yeah, so this has been run. So let's see the status. How to see the status? So we have one more store procedure as part of MSDB. Let's see what we have over here is yeah. So this is again there is another RDS task status store procedure which is already created. Let's see the status of this task. So this was the backup DB. Earlier we had restore DB, so now it is the backup DB. So backup DB is in progress, and maybe it is going to take some time. You can see the logs over in the task info column. Abnormally some, so you can see compression is not supported on Express Edition 64-bit. Okay, compression is not supporting it seems. So what we can do is I need to make it false. So let me check this works. So I'm not compressing basically. So let me see and do. Let's see the status. I failed that error has come, right? So I need to run it again with the compression is false, and let's see. So this task number 3 has generated, right? See the status. So if you see the status, then it started task ID 3, backup DB, sample database name is this, percentage completion is 0, duration is 0, life cycle is getting created, and task info, and these are the other information. Okay. So let me see the status again. Task info is nothing. Yeah, maybe it is going to take some time. So yeah, this is going to take some more time probably. See, yeah, it is in progress. Life cycle is in progress. Yeah, it looks like it's completed 100%, but still things are in progress. Let's go hook up to the this one where I need to refresh this bucket. Nothing has come, right? refresh. Nothing has come basically. So let's see. I mean, let's see if it is completed. So it's been 1 minute and did not complete. Looks like still it is in 2 minutes has been over. Um, when the life cycle becomes success, then only it will be backup would be restored to the S3 bucket. Okay, let's wait for it. Yeah, it is success 100%. Okay, see the bucket, see the refresh it. Yeah, the backup is sample RDS backup 0709 22. Backup is stored as of now 10:42 23 second. Okay, now we have the backup, so we can what we can do is we can click on it. We can action what download as, or maybe we can click here and download. Let's see the download. It is happening, right? Sample at 744, right? So this has been done. Okay, so this backup can be stored into the our local database. Okay, so yeah, this is that, and we are come to the conclusion of this session. So we have completed every steps, right? Take the backup, and you can see the backup in S3 bucket. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe my channel.